Hey guys, Billy Davidson here with Davidson Pressure Washing and Painting. Thanks for joining us in this video. In this video today, we're going to talk about parking lot striping, a couple do's and don'ts, a couple things that may help you out on your next project. Also, if you'd like to get some parking lot striping training, please visit BillyDavidsonVIP.com. Also, I'll drop a link in the description. And if you go look in the comments, the first comment, I'll pin a comment with a link to our website where you can find some parking lot striping training that may very well help you out on your next project. In parking lot striping, there are a lot of things that can go wrong. So as you see here, we're putting down some parking lot striping paint. Everything's going pretty good. Looks easy peasy, but not so fast. There are a lot of things that we have to do. Calibrate the machine, choosing the right paint, choosing the right viscosity of the paint is very important, and even using the right spray tip. Also using the right RPMs on the machine, the right pressure settings. Your gait matters, that is your walking speed, and a ton of other things. And we do go over all of that in this 8-hour parking lot striping course. Yes, it is a bit expensive, but we put months and months into developing this course, and it can definitely take years off of your training. So like I said, none of this is done by accident. I've seen guys go rent a parking lot striping machine, and it's not their fault. They just didn't know any better, and they started spraying paint on a ground where it didn't need to be, using the wrong paint, and a ton of other things, not preparing it right. And in this business, we don't do any do-overs. You don't get that second chance. Once you lay that paint down, it's down for good. As you see here, we laying some paint down on a parking line. Imagine if this was the wrong paint, or the paint didn't need to go there, or some other situation. This could take 8 hours of hands and knees scraping, knuckle busting work to remove this paint. One 15-second mistake equals 8 hours of hands and knees work. And you can ask me how I know it, because I've done it before. Been down on my hands and knees. Actually, tell you a quick story. There was a time when I didn't know what I was doing in parking lot striping, had no one to reach out for help. I was trying to teach myself, and I made a big mistake on this Banks parking lot, and I realized the mistake, and thank goodness they were closed the following day, which happened to be on the 4th of July. And on that 4th of July, down here in the South, it was 95 degrees, and I spent 11 hours in that parking lot on the 4th of July, just many years ago, on my hands and knees trying to scrub up paint that I put down that didn't supposed to be there. So I don't want to see you make that mistake. And like I said, in this industry, when you lay paint on the ground, it's usually a done deal. It would be really nice if we could, reverse the clock on it, or reverse the video like you see here. But guys, in real life, this is just a YouTube video, and you cannot hit the reverse play button in real life. The only way you're going to take this paint up, like I said, one line would take about 8 hours of knuckle busting work to fix. So again, there's a lot of things that can go wrong on a parking lot striping job, like we mentioned before. But I wanted to talk about one thing a lot of guys forget about, and this could be very helpful in making your next parking lot striping job come out much better. And this one extra trick that a lot of people look over is tire pressure. Now, these machines have 3 different tires. They are pneumatic tires. The 2 rear tires are much larger than the front tire, but adjusting that tire pressure is very important. I have seen guys use way too much tire pressure, PSI, in that front caster, and that would definitely make your line a bit jumpy. You can imagine if you aired up the tires too tight on your car, it would give it a much rougher ride versus a little bit of less PSI in that tire gives it a much smoother ride. And the same thing with these machines. It's no different. Yes, it is a little bit more difficult to push, but having that flex in that tire definitely helps out with your parking line sharpness. Because guys, oftentimes these parking lots are bumpy. There's little cracks in it. There's dips and potholes, and every little thing can mess up that parking stripe. So lowering that tire pressure just enough, if you put your fist into it, that it flexes about a 1/2 inch in, or maybe even a 1/4 inch. It doesn't take much. That would definitely help your lines come out straighter, sharper, and much neater. So Remember, whatever that tire pressure is, if it calls for 20 PSI, usually I drop it in half. And that is one little secret that took me years to learn. So guys, remember there's about a dozen things that you have to do to get this machine to stripe a good line. But also don't forget about that tire pressure and lowering that PSI and all the other things we talked about. But putting in the right effort with the right training and taking your time to learn this trade could definitely add a lot of revenue to your bottom line. Well, guys, thanks for watching this video. Please like, subscribe, and comment below. And please remember, if you need our help, check out our training page. The link will be in the description. Also, it'll be the first link in the comment section below. I'm Billy Davidson here with Davidson Pressure Washing Painting, bringing you another tip and trick to make your parking lot striping job come out more perfect. Thanks for watching, and we hope to see you in the next video.